Good evening, Superintendent Bernard, Principal LaPrette, Assistant Principal Downs, distinguished members of the school committee, respected faculty, family, friends, and graduates. Do me a favor. Over the course of the next few minutes, think about this. If you could go back in time and give your freshman self some advice, what would you say? About a month ago, I asked some of my friends this question, and I began to think about it myself. I found that there were a few words that came up numerous times, a few constant themes of advice to our freshman selves. The first was acceptance. Some wanted to tell their freshman selves to accept others, to come into high school with no predispositions about those around them, to give everyone a fresh slate. To others, acceptance meant accepting themselves. Many wanted to tell their freshman selves to be okay with who they are, to be comfortable in their own skin, to accept the mistakes they make, and to grow from them. The second piece of advice was to be realistic. Many of us went into high school thinking it would be like it is in the movies, perfect. But each time something didn't go our way, be that not making the varsity team or not getting a perfect GPA, we let our frustration chip away from our ideal view of high school. Telling ourselves to be realistic, to understand that bad things will happen, but that in the end, everything will work out, would have helped us through a lot. The third bit of advice was not to take things for granted. We have all spent so much time wishing for more in the future or missing the past that we have often forgotten to be grateful for the here and now. If we had taken the time to cherish the moments and the people that were changing our lives, we would see how truly lucky and blessed we have been over the course of this journey. And finally, the last piece of advice was to find what makes you happy. Being 14, caught up in the first year of high school while trying to impress everyone around us, there were times when our freshman selves forgot to focus on what made us happy. If our freshman selves knew that being happy was a choice and not to be afraid to do what makes us happy, our lives would have been so much easier. So, after I asked my friends, I thought to myself, what's the point? Why does it matter what we would have told our freshman selves? We're graduating. It's too late anyways, right? That's just the thing. It's not too late. In a few months, we are back to square one. We are freshmen once again. Whether that means we are beginning college, beginning a career serving our country, beginning our lives in the workforce, or anything in between, the point is we are beginning. We have our whole lives ahead of us. So, class of 2018, and everyone here, I urge you to listen to yourselves now. I urge you to go into the next chapter of your lives with acceptance. Understand that the world is filled with so many different types of people, all with their own stories, struggles, and uniqueness. Go into this next chapter with no predispositions. Open yourselves up to new people, new ideas, and new cultures. Learn all there is to learn about this great big world, and then some. Class of 2018, accept yourselves and be realistic. Understand that it is normal to face failures and setbacks, but do not be afraid to make mistakes and to stumble and to fall, because you will. You will make mistakes over and over, you will face adversity, and you will be forced to overcome some tough obstacles. But remember to accept these obstacles graciously, knowing that your failures shape you as an individual. Class of 2018, don't take anything for granted. Begin this new journey with gratefulness. Cherish those around you. Tell the people you love how much you love them. Remember, you are who you are because of the people in your life who have supported you until this day. So, hug your people and never let them forget how much they mean to you. And finally, class of 2018, I urge you to be happy. I urge you to be brave enough to do what makes you happy. It sounds corny, but it's true. We only have one life. If anything, it's our duty to spend it doing what makes us happy. Why would we ever do anything else? Class of 2018, understand that happiness is not permanent. It comes and it goes, and that's okay. But I invite you to be happy anyways. Choose happiness over fear or stress or worry or sorrow. So, faculty, family, friends, and graduates, remember when I asked you to think about what you would have told your freshman self before you began the adventure that was high school. Whatever your advice was, whether it was to eat healthier, to stress less, be happier, or anything in between, I challenge each and every one here, myself included, to begin our next chapter by following our own advice. Thank you, and good luck.